his 30 seconds on it. It won't skip.
74 kilograms. D. Lockett of the Cowboy Wrestling Club in the orange and white singlet. Beau Mantanona of Michigan in the Cliff Keen Wrestling Club in the blue. This one should be fun. Both wrestlers extremely entertaining, especially Beau Mantanona. Very long, can be kind of unconventional. And they're just snagging that ankle. But Lockett able to kick out now. He's to the leg. Mantanona trying to go limp knee defense. So Lockett gonna elevate, take it to the edge, and earn the step out. Great sequence from both guys there. Lockett, if you follow high school wrestling, has definitely been on your radar for years, but if you're more of a casual wrestling fan, he might have just gotten on your radar by beating Myers Shapiro at the Olympic trials this year, and then he's been on a lot of people's brains with the addition of David Taylor to the Oklahoma State staff. Lockett had committed to Oklahoma State previously while John Smith was still head coach, and he said, hey, I couldn't be more excited to have David Taylor as my head coach. So he's all in still on the Cowboys. Mantanona looks for a drag single. Lockett squares up. Just over a minute remaining. And Mantanona takes a shot to the eye, and then Lockett blasts off a double.
He blew the whistle. Blew the whistle. Out of bounds.
Two and just two. Whistle was blown before the lace, so just the takedown. And Mantanona got stung in the eye, and I think he thought the match was going to be stopped. He stopped wrestling for a bit. And Lockett saw and took advantage of the opportunity. Single leg attempt from Mantanona. Re-attack, re-attack, re-attack. No points as we now hit the 25-second mark in period number 1. That does it for period number 1. Good period for the Cowboy. D. Lockett up 3-0. Lockett in a Dayton Fix singlet. David Taylor is in the building, as is Jimmy Kennedy, but cannot be in Lockett's corner just yet as he is still in high school. Good wrist control here from Lockett. Wrist and inside. Post high C, puts his head in the inside of the knee and finishes nicely. Phenomenal stuff there from Lockett. He's gonna look for a lace. Is that another 2? It's offered. It is not confirmed, white paddle, but Lockett's got a lace. There it is, there's another 2. Lockett really opening this match up, 7-0 now. 2 minutes to go. Lockett from the outside. Lockett switching off to double. Now gonna switch off to head outside. Mantanona trying to cut the corner. Lockett doing a good job of keeping hip down. Earns the stalemate. Mantanona to the legs, but Lockett fends it off. Duck! Quad pod position. Mantanona trying to hop over. 2 offered and confirmed as they go out of bounds. 9-0. I could not be more impressed with D. Lockett right now. Mantanona stalking forward, and Lockett olays on him, and that'll be the icing on the cake. No, 10-1. Forgot about the 1 point for Mantanona. Mantanona looking for 4, but Lockett wisely just gives out the step out. Thought maybe he was going to try and stay in there at the detriment of giving up a 4. Single leg Mantanona. Sprawl from Lockett now. Mantanona popping Lockett up, looking for 4, and only going to get 1.
1 blue.
Yep, just 1 confirmed. And Lockett letting Mantanona come back into this a little bit, but it's going to be a little too much, a little too late here with just 20 seconds to go. Nice shuck by. And a gut wrench, no, out of bounds. Just a takedown for Lockett. Lockett maybe gonna give up 1 last takedown. No, he'll hold in quad pod. So 12-3 gonna be the final. D. Lockett takes match 1.
Michigan man, originally from California. Ladarion Lockett, an Oklahoman staying in his home state. Headed to Oklahoma State next year. A lot of level changes. Mantanona biting on a fake.
Mantanona really not letting Lockett circle back into the center. He's going to get Lockett hit for passivity. Now, I was super impressed with Lockett in match 1. Everything he did, offense, defense, super crisp technically.
Yep, and he also won the U.S. Open, so got to sit out. And so far, all 4 U.S. Open winners have gone 2-0 in these best-of-3 series. Lockett going to try to make it 5 for 5 and get a Cowboy. Oh, actually, I take that back. Marcus Blaze did not win the U.S. Open, so just 3.
And Lockett on the board first.
And that does more than just give him a point. It also takes away the probability of him going on the activity clock, which is pretty high if it remained scoreless at this point. So now Mantanona gets a passive warning.
There's a shot for Mantanona, but couldn't get in close enough to get to a lock.
Could not lock up Lockett in a lock. So they're back to neutral. Gotta wonder where Mantanona ends up weight class wise. Got a lot of height. He's from a large wrestling family of large wrestlers.
Yeah, he was wrestling at 65 for the Wolverines this year. I don't think he's outgrown it yet. I mean, obviously still wrestling at
163 and change.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Saw that duck under, and Coach Jackson in the corner jumped in the air, hoping Mantanona would get a reattack out of that.
Yeah, stuff like that is what impressed me so much with D. Lockett in round one.
He was doing all sorts of unexpected maneuvers at the U.S. Open. 10 seconds remain in the period.
Two to 0, Lockett at the break.
KJ and Coach Boylard, two Michigan assistant coaches in the corner for Mantanona. That's Kindig and nope, never mind. Titan Mercury guys in the corner. Apologies.
Hensley and Zohir.
I was going to say Zoe next. But thank you for the correction.
Passivity offered and confirmed now on Lockett, but he gets to the leg before the whistle. Comes up to the body, trying to limp arm out of this whizzer. One in caution and one offered. And Lockett a little slow to get up. Looks like maybe he took a shot under the chin. Oh yeah, he's bleeding the nose. He's bleeding pretty good. But that was nice from Lockett because he scored the step out. Not only got the step out, but avoided going on the shot clock as well.
Yeah, the second time that he has canceled any shot clock activity or activity clock rulings. So a 3-0 lead, 2 minutes, 18 seconds to go.
All right, looks like we finally got the mat all cleaned up. Lockett all plugged up. The two slap hands, and we are back to it. Mantanona immediately comes out looking collar tie, staying aggressive. He really likes that elbow control duck. Hasn't been able to use it successfully just quite yet, though. Go behind Lockett. Mantanona gets a lock around the leg, pops his head underneath, looking to come out the back door.
Ooh, how that knee stayed in its place as Lockett did a full 360.
Nice job hooking here. The bottom leg by Mantanona. Normally you see guys put them on the hip and pop their head out. Mantanona was going elevated, and he's looking for exposure.
Yeah, there could be two there. I think he broke the plane. Yes, he did. No. White paddle?
I don't think he did. Mantanona's in my view, so I didn't see. But
it got confirmed by the table, so 3-2.
Okay.
Well, by the chairperson, I should say. Table judge, white paddled.
Single leg. Mantanona looks to cut across the front. Now going back to traditional finish.
1 minute to go. And Red staying on his knees.
Attention on Mantanona for staying on his knees.
And KJ is not happy about.
He was not happy with that attention, so he's going to get a yellow card.
One more, and he will not be allowed on the mat. .40 seconds to go. Still a 1-point lead for D. Lockett. Bowman down on a single leg. He's got time to work, but not much. 28 seconds. Mantanona's corner wanted him back in the center, wants to push the pace. Can Lockett hold on here? Drop it down on a single leg.
Exposure. Mantanona takes the lead, 4-3. Another two.
Bowman with the great offense.
We're going to go to match 3.
In the final seconds.
Wow, for how impressed I was with Lockett in match 1. Mantanona's performance.
Underway, 74 kilos, round 3. Ladarion, Lockett, white singlet, red trim, blue singlet for Beau Mantanona. Current Wolverine versus future Cowboy.
There's a shot from Mantanona. Lockett looking for a counter, but Mantanona squares up. You see Mantanona going elbow control on the right arm of Lockett. He really likes that elbow control. He'll hit a little boot scoop to that side. Single leg Mantanona, limp knee defense from Lockett, comes all the way around, fights ankles, and we're gonna get potentially dangerous.
Yeah. That's not supposed to go that way, those knees.
Trainer being called for, a little blood coming from the nose.
Just a little bit. Lockett in the Dayton Fix singlet, surprised that fits.
I know, right?
But, you know, they're stretchy material. Passivity warning on Lockett, I believe. Collar ties, forehead to forehead. Underhook from Mantanona. Lockett trying to counterattack. On the clock goes Ladarion Lockett.
Nice post double from Lockett. Already getting 2 on the exposure. So he's just gonna sit here as to not get into a scramble with Mantanona exposed himself.
Yeah, Mantanona trying to, in one smooth motion counter, locking up the crotch lock and roll all the way through. Would have been pretty if he pulled it off, but Lockett stopped him, and it was Lockett's double leg that put him in that position. So 2-0 and no activity clock anymore. Wipe it off.
There is that little duck from Mantanona. Lockett's felt it plenty of times now in their 2.5 matches.
We're going to get to the break here, just a few seconds left. And we go to the break. Lockett getting toweled down. Kevin Jackson, Olympic and world champ, drying off Mantanona.
Mantanona clearing ties, collar tying, or clearing the thumb blocks rather. Now popping, single leg from Lockett. Good elevation here.
Trying to collect above the knee.
Yeah, Mantanona wants to bring this down and get to his whizzer. Lockett wants to keep this up in the air. And he's gonna wrap up both legs as they go out of bounds for the takedown.
Yeah, good continuation by Lockett, really selling that takedown as they go out of bounds. Those are big points, 2 two-point takedowns for Lockett. And Mantanona's gonna have to do more than just chip away, especially with just 2 minutes, 10 seconds left on the board.
There's a nice shot from Mantanona. Even better sprawl from Lockett though.
Yeah, he got his hips all the way back there.
One point on the step out for Mantanona. All
right, now we see how much stamina will come into play here. Lockett, first step backwards. Mantanona creeping in, pushing Lockett backwards. Great timed drop. And another takedown on the edge. Lockett with the precision timing.
Heavy snap from Lockett. Put Mantanona on the mat and then pushed him out for one more point.
7-1, 63 seconds remaining. Lockett in good shape here, although quick strike. Mantanona chips away 7-3.
Yeah, kind of fell right into that shot. And you see Lockett really reaching that right arm forward. He doesn't want to give up. I call it a West point. Mantanona's really good with it. Put your hand on the bicep. Other arm comes across, and it's basically use it like a gut wrench.
Yeah, the crucifix is the other term. No, that's not right. The iron cross.
Cross.
Iron cross. We did a name that move, and it was about 50-50. And another point for Lockett on the step out. 35 seconds to go. So, and that score off the whistle breathed some life into Mantanona's world team hopes, but Lockett too quick, anticipating these moves.
For red,
yeah, held on to
blue.
that lock the whole time. We'll get a challenge, but if Lockett kept that lock, I don't see that getting changed. It's clearly Lockett's attack.
Didn't look like he changed direction either.
So we got everything rewound. We're going to take a look at it. This is probably seals the deal for Lockett.
And the extra point for loss of challenge makes it a tech fall for D. Lockett, 13-3. It took him 3 to do it, but the Cowboy gets it done.
Yeah, and you got a challenge there, even though the loss gives the win to Lockett.